Hey, how you doing? Looks a little bit brighter up here. I don't know what happened to, I don't know if you're... Wow, wow. Wow, we're frozen. How come we're frozen?
This is what I'm telling you, right? The Bible has been used as a tool against other people to get away.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who's here right now. I'm going to take a few minutes to just gather my nuts and bolts. If you've joined me here from TikTok, let me know where we were, what we were talking about. I just string through everything really quick. Look, the two pillars. Every time you have angles, right? Angles is distance, right? The minute you have a tilt, it shows dimension and distance. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. I wasn't going to be coming on live. I'm on live because I came on because of what happened on TikTok.
Husband, if he does not know the answer to give to his wife.
So I'm just trying to see if I can get back on here again. Live has ended. I don't know why the live has ended. What is this over here? Oh no, they shut me off yesterday, so I can't go here. Keep swiping up. Keep swiping up. Yeah, so I'm going to stay on just for a few minutes. If nobody shows up, I'm going to get off. If you don't declare yourself, that's going to be fine. I'm going to check right now what's going on the YouTube side of this. It seems like communication has been quite difficult over the last 20 years. Oh my God, I'm there also. I'm here and I'm there. Let me see what's happened here. So let me just jump back. Yeah, so I'm just jumping through different. How can I get this? No, not here, not here. This is pretty weird, eh? 32 active Yeshua. What is that? So I don't know who's here. Hey, what's up? Perhaps I thought that I'm not sure who's here right now. If you're coming here from TikTok, where we got frozen out, shut down. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm not really sure if I've run out of things to say, although I did not run out of anything to say. And in fact, it's crazy. It's 7:14. Somebody said something to me. I don't know how my phone buzzed. Just give me a minute to check this out. What's going on? Okay, nothing here, nothing here. How's everybody doing? What are we here to see today? Who's here, right? Who's here? Oh boy, I got a lot of reposted and likes on my videos. That's pretty cool, right? But what's even more cool, if we can come together and solve the mystery. And what I believe part of the mystery is now this is very hard to say, is how in the world, right? How in the world can we keep the hydroelectric running and the plumbing running and be able to go to the store to pick up our food, right? And at the same time, right, shut down this system, shut down the old system. How do we do that? How do we come together? Where do we come together? And one of the things I believe that I am working on these numbers is I believe this will show freedom and truth. Games are fair, and the stories they tell are fair stories. It tells about what is the letter S, what is AI, what can we do with odds and evens numbers. I mean, odd. Hold on, I didn't say God and Eve, did I? Did I say odd and even? Or God sounds like odd and Eve sounds like even. Even in Hebrew, right? When they say Ima, right? Ima is mother, but you also can use the same Ima in impair, which means odd, right? Pair and impair. Now the thing is odd and even, and what's really ironic for me to swallow is that pair in French, right, is father. So I keep hearing pair in French is father, meaning it's equal. That Ima in Hebrew is mother. So does pair father mean impair mean mother? So my understanding is how does that work? How does that work that there's no separation when you work with pairs, yet odd in God, where God I find divides us all up, to where even numbers is supposed to bring us back together. And then we know that the seventh gate, again, Eve, right? And even is in 7, and then 7 and 11 both support the Eve. It keeps telling me, right? It keeps telling me more that it's the female that brought us together in one hand, and it's the male that separated us apart. Also, in another hand, it shows me that the male blue coming from the left, dog, is coming from Mars, where the devil demon, cat, is coming from the right. If you understand why I mentioned that. Right? I was still trying to see, I just want to see if they opened up that station again. Decode, right? The decode the matrix shut down. Yeah, I guess decode. Was it decode the matrix that we were watching? Right. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to get into. I'm basically going to be here for questions now. I just spent a couple hours conversating and showing all the anomalies. I'm not sure if I came up and showed you what this means at all. If you'd like, I'm going to show it to you what it is. This is the setup of Monopoly. Monopoly is set up this way. All you're seeing in here is 1/4 of the Monopoly board, right? The center of the Monopoly board is like this. It has one area space. You'll say, well, that's not Monopoly. Well, it is Monopoly. See, because what you see in the game, well, let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you see in the game of Monopoly, okay, is you'll see the corner like this, and you'll see the properties like this. In this situation, what I wanted to show in this situation was every time I add a wing on, right, every time I add a wing on in one dimension, it becomes from male to female, from male to female. So when I'm adding on over here, this will be the male, and the Earth, and then this would be the Mars. 1 area for Earth, 4 areas for Mars. So the Earth will have the trains. Here's where the trains are. The trains run down here and run down here. And Mars gets the corners. And when you use the corners, you're going to connect multiple corners and multiple games together. This becomes a connection over here between the 13th and the 15th line. Now, it's ironic that in the game of pool, 13 and 15 link 2 worlds together. They intertwine, they cross over. I'm going to see if I have that design. I don't think so. Maybe I do. Let me see. Okay, no, I don't here, but I know I have it online in one of my old designs. Just give me a second to look for it. Oh, here, let me show off this since I'm here. Believe it or not, but this is the word going up this way, crucifix, and then coming down this way, crucifix. The numbers it uses in crucifix is 3, 9, 3, 3, 6, 9, 6. And then down this way, crucifix. It's funny, UFO is also 3, 6, and 9. So just give me a second. Maybe I'll just point it out there or something for now. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for, wow. And I just finished the design last week, and I don't remember what I called the design. Wow, I don't remember what I called the design. Let me think about it. Did I call it pool? Let's see if I called it pool. P-O-O-L. No, that's not the right pool. Let me see if I can do it. Anyways, I think I'm going to have to do it again. No. Okay, so I'm going to design this for you. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this in front of me. Let me get rid of this for now. Okay, so the game of pool is going to have 15 balls in it, right? Wow, no, I can't do it here. I'm going to have to do it here. So the game of pool is 15 balls. It has 8 solids and it has 7 stripes. 8 and 7 is right here. P and H and G and H will create the letter F. 7 and 8 equals to 15. 16 and 8 equals to 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 1 and 5 is 6. P is the 16th letter. 1 and 6 equals to 7. We now have 7 and 8. The same thing over here. It's 7 and 8. The 6, our life coming into this world, bringing on the one spirit, right? Luna, the moon, and the 2 moons of Mars. 2 moons of Mars, 1 moon. Let's call it Venus. Let's call the 2 moons of Mars the Venus moons, or should I call the 2 moons the Mercury moons in Venus and the Venus moon in Earth? Why I do that is because the 1 Mercury goes with the 2 moons of Mars, and then the 2 Venus goes with the 1 moon of Earth, to where Earth is connected as a 3rd planet to the 2 moons of Mars, to where the 4th planet, Mars, is connected to the 1 moon of Earth. The moon of Earth is a directive to tell me that I run a 28-day cycle, so if I have 2 moons, I have 58. The wolf and the lamb. I'm just going to do this in a short formation because I don't have enough paper to complete it, right? Just give me a second. No, I'm going to have to do this all the way down here. So if this was the game of pool, this is the game of pool. Okay, here is where number 7 fits in. This is 5, this is 3, this is 1. This is 5, this is 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. 9, 11, 13, and 15. You see the way this side goes onto this side, and this side goes onto this side. They cross over. The M and the O cross over. I don't know if it's for mother. I don't know if FA, right? This will be 28. This will be 7. I don't know about this, right? And this will be the bro for the brother. So this is what happens in the game of pool, where there's 15 balls. When I add them up, 1 through 15, it equals to 120. When I add up 1 through 5, it equals to 15. The invert of that is this, 2 and 6. When I add up 2 through 6, it equals to 20. When I add up, I'm trying to figure it out, 2 through 6, it equals to 20. When I add up 1 through 20, it equals to 210. See the way these two reverse? It just so happens 21 is the cube, and 21/6, the 6 sides of the cube, is the moon diameter, 2160. Which is equal to 1440 minutes in a day times 1.5, the numeric value for the Pythagorean count, or the single count, of Mars, 15. The quarter movement of time, quarter representing Earth, movement of time representing Mars. We have the 60 seconds and the 90 seconds, right? We're going to go, let me do this for a second. 4 times 90 for 360. We're going to go 120 times 3 for 360. We're going to go 6 by 60 for 360. Our ABC, 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. Our birth to what is our life after birth, our BCD, 2, 3, and 4 equals 9. 1, 2, and 3 equals 6. That is our 33 creation. That is our brick and mortar creation. 3 times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. They will create the yin and the yang from the 6 into the 9. And this is the way it connects together. There was something else missing in this. I don't remember what it was. Oh yes, at the same time, if we looked at this, right, this would be 2015. The year would be 2015. Or the Hebrew time, the year would be 5775. And what's ironic about that is if you multiplied it by 13 moons, it's going to equal to a total of 75,075. Just very perfect. Now the numeric value for time is 47. 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 equals 35, and 12 equals to 47. What's ironic about that is that bool, right, the 2 sides of time, bool also equals to 47. You know, angel equals to 39. Saturn equals to 93. The electric moon will use the same combinations of numbers. 3 by 13 equals to 39. 3 by 31 equals to 93. It just so happens that these cubes, and I'm all over the place, that these cubes reverse, right, to what is 8 and 3 equals 11, to what is 7 and 4 equals 11, to what is 6 and 5 equals 11. 11 times 11 times 11 equals 1331, or how about, so does the word Jacob. The word Jacob, 10 and 1 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 15 is 29, plus 2 is 31. 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1, A is 1, C is 3, O is 6, B is 2, 1, 1, 3, 6, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jacob, Jacob. Now the thing about this word, right, is it's an AC job. It's an AC job. Why is it an AC job? Because odds and evens in numbers, this one will be red and it will be odd 4. And this one over here will be 10 and 15 and 2. It'll be 27. The black and the red on a roulette board will show you these numbers over here in the world, mirror world of the House of Bait. So I'm not sure who's following what you're looking at. If you have any questions, let me see. Absolutely no questions, but that's okay. That's par for the course. The father, the mother, the brother, and the cubes. The heart and central of this cube is the movement of 7s, right? But on the ring is 14, and on the pole is 7, meaning that the 2 opposite sides here will equal 7. The 2 opposite side here is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. And then up and down is going to be 7. So you're going to need 1 cube, and then you're going to have to count the pole on the next cube, leaving over the ring. And then on the next cube, you're going to start with the ring. Do you follow that? Do you know why? Because if you have 21 on the first cube, you need 7 on the next cube to complete your cycle. Once you complete the cycle, the leftover will be this surround here, which will be the 14. Now, in order to complete my next moon, right, I'm going to have to use the ring on this, which will be my second 14 equals to 28. Now I'm going to have a 7 left over. So with that 7, I can either use the 14 or the 7, the ring or the pole, because I'm going to finalize it on my 4th cube, right, to equal this 21 on my 4th cube, 21 and 7, okay, equals to 28. So now I used 4 cubes by 21 to what is 3 moons by 28, to equal to the 84-day moon cycle. 3 moons. Your package of moons is 3 moons. Your 4th moon turns something over or changes something. There's a change. On every time there's a 4th part, there's a change, or it makes something whole again, or you start over again. If you look at a triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 started back to 1. 5, 6, 7 started back to 1. 8, and then we end at 9. 10 brings us back to 1 again. The I in the center to the H on each side. Understanding number 33. I don't know if we went through this understanding number 33. But if you have any questions, I'm extremely exhausted. I've been at this for about 4 or 5 hours now. And, you know, I just want to mention one thing, that in Hebrew, right, it's funny the way they use 7 twice when they count. When they get to 16 or 15 and 16, they go 9, 6, and then 9, 7. And then when they go to 17, they'll go 10, 7. So they repeat it twice, both with 9 and both with 10. The just 2 words just to think about: lightening, light 10, 9, or Nintendo, right? 9, 10, do. And I like to use do as if I would if everything was related as like poetry, I would use do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do being A, and then T being 7. So the T, the IT system, is the numeric value is 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, a numeric value for a passage in the sun, or the IT system in the sun, the connection of your birth through the sun systems. I'm trying to see where, yes, okay, on this, what happens, okay, here, Earth would have a square. Mars makes everything split evenly. So first we have Earth, and then because it's 4 here, it's Mars. And then because it's 9 here, it becomes Earth. And on this wing over here, you get an area square saying that the heart is now Mars. When you keep adding on, it goes from male to female, from Earth to Mars, and Earth to Mars. Nothing begins until we finished 1 and 2 in creation of 3. Nothing begins until 3. The ace also notes that when you have an ace, you can split it down the center. So anyways, I'm just a little tired. Not too many people here, but that's okay. If you'd like to help out the channel, that would be just freaking amazing, because I don't get much of it. If you want to send me something privately, I'm going to put up my email over here. Don't send me any pictures or anything. I won't open up anything unless I see it. I won't open up anything. I've been trolled for 20 years, so I just have to be careful that I don't lose my only source of sharing. I won't say any source of income, because it's been few and none, but did I get that right? Oh, it didn't show me the @ sign, so let me do that again. Did I get that now? There you go. So I got that one out. And I got that one over here. I'm going to check on my channel if anybody said anything. No, I just think it's me who said something, right? Okay, I got rid of that over here. What else can we talk about? Where else can I go? What can I mention? Just going to mention one last thing, and that's going to be where the information comes from. Weights and measures. The periodic table, AG and AU, right? You have to note your primaries, your first, second, and your third. You're going to go to hockey, baseball, football, soccer, darts, pool, swimming, the number of meters in a race, the temperature, the Fahrenheit and Celsius. So I get all of this, and then language. What is a vowel? What is a consonant? What are verbs and adverbs? English and French, and how the numbers dictate amongst themselves. I just keep flipping back between English and French. Some of it might come from Hebrew. It might be something said in Spanish or German. It might just be the letter, first initial of the country you live. It could be anything at all. Everything is going to tell a story, and we were born into the creation, and everything has been transparent from day one. But the changes that happen is, was English around 1,000 years ago, or 2,000 or 3,000 years ago? What was here wasn't here. I believe we're into the final piece of the puzzle, putting this all together, and we all have to just remind ourselves that you get up in the morning and you make all your choices all day long unless somebody comes to interfere with you. If you make a mistake and you notice it, right, you're going to try to do better. So you become the God of yourself. The basic letters of the word God is gates of the Omega divine, or divide. The dividing reality is to know the difference, the good and the evil. By not making everything fully transparent in one way or another, how can you know what is hot or cold? Eventually, when you learn what the difference is, will you say one is evil? Well, when it's too hot, you're not going to get into it, but you're going to understand the difference. So this is where I learned everything from. And also Egypt, 57772. Islam and Israel both start with the IS, the nine birth of AI. Split up at Abraham. Abraham is a communication pig. Ram has two antennas. I like to call it the rabbit, right? The two moons of Mars, the rabbit. Now, since it does have two moons, it's on the outside, right, of Luna, the moon, and they all connect together. The three moons connect together. Oh, I just lost that on the floor. So, Raphael, in a very short video in 30 minutes, I want to thank you for being here, and peace and love. I'm done for the next couple hours. Thank you. Or I'm not. Actually, I'm not. I'm never done. Thanks. Should I show up some pictures? Yeah, I think I want to show one picture on here. Just let's see if I can do this here. No. Just one second. I'm trying to look for actually, maybe it's here. Maybe it's on my page. I want to look for something on my page. That all images are designed, right, are made to show you a little bit more. Okay. So in here we can see the cubes. These cubes are inside of this. The cubes are inside of this. Where you see the cubes inside of this, to the left and the right angle, creating the diamond, what seems like a separation in the center. And then you can see over here how the cube fits in here, then how the cube fits in here, and we end up with 6 buildings surrounding the cube. Not sure if you can see any of that, right? And then if you look at Sesame Street, the French here, it says Street of the Soul, Rue de Sésame. Streets of the souls, your dreams, your phobias, and your demons stretching out through Mars. I want to see what other pictures I might have on here. Your items, no, featured. I'm trying to see where, oh, media, maybe in media. I'm just trying to see what we have in media. Right? Just trying to see. I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me pull this apart. Let me see if I can take this out and shrink this. Put this back up over here. Let me shrink this also. Okay. So what this is your basic numbers, 1 through 9. When it gets converted to Saturn square, it looks like this. When it gets into its mirror image, it now looks like this. The mirror of 1, okay, becomes this. And then the 1 moves its position to over here. Where the 8 normally belongs in this position, 14, 1 and 4, 5 belong in this position over here. When you add up these 3 over here, or these 3 here, or these 3 here, they'll always be 222, equaling to 666. When you reduce this, 5 and 8, 13, 9, 10, and 6 and 6, 12, and put them into these corners, you're going to get 22s. 22, 22, 22, 66 for woman, 66 for freedom, 66 connecting the moon gate. When you add the heart to this, they all create 33s. 99 is Jupiter. 99 gets inverted to 66, so now we know we have the connection back to the gates again. The bottom part of this is when I want to create my 9 world, my birth. 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 4 and 5. Note that with 4 and 5, right, and 3 and 6, 3 and 6 envelops 4 and 5, which is enveloped by 3 and 6, which is enveloped by 2 and 7, which is enveloped by 1 and 8. 9. In this one over here, we connected 11. And if you notice, the same artwork is in both of them. But in this one, if you looked at our Roman numerals, it creates 10 and 1, 11. In this one in Roman numerals, it creates 11 minus 1 is the 9. The one I set up over here, okay, no, this is a full reduced level. This is not Saturn square. This is a full reduced level. When I say full reduced level, just give me a second. As you can see, 7 and 7. 7 and 4, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 7 and 8, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 8 and 2 is 10. 8 and 6 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. So there's different ways to put this out. When you create this connection over here, right, you get 33, 33, and 11. 77 is the numeric value for Christ when you put these 3 together. If I put it together this way, right, these 3 and these 3, well, 12, 27, 36, 12 and 9, 21, and 23, I'm just trying to figure out which one this one is, 33 and 33, okay, this one is 21, this is 44, 54, 55. So one way creates 55 sky pass. When the H is involved, when the I is involved, it's going to create 77 Christ. Sky pass of Christ is what this will be saying when the H and the I come together. So there's probably a lot more. We're going to end it at this. If there's a question you'd like to ask, if you want to see a little bit more, I'm not sure where else I can go with this right now. If you want to see how the roulette table is broken up and how perfect it is, right? 41 down here, 41 up here, 70 here, 70 here, 37 here, 37 here. So the roulette table, okay, they needed some kind of computer to create this, that's for sure, right? Inside of this, the total here, 1776, or the total of 51. Inside of here, it's 75, 57, 75, also the year 2015. The average of 5 numbers is 15. I don't know why I have this, but it should be 15, and over here should be 19. Well, here it is, 19 and 15, right? 3 times 25 is 75, 3 by 19 is 57, 57, 75. What is 25 for area and 44 for space? The 1-9 is what brings 2 worlds, the one spirit of 9 birth together. So I think I'm gonna just have to stop, right? I don't want to talk over myself and talk for nothing or mix anybody up. I'm extremely tired. Just to let you know, I'm here for those who are, you're missing something. You need to go. You can't make a calculation in your calculation. So I believe that I can help you understand association of what's missing. Nothing of my work is in decimals. If it is in decimals, it's only for purpose of understanding the situation. But anything we do is going to be add 1, add 2, minus 1, minus 2, add 1, add 2, minus 1, minus 2. This is in your base creation. In your mirror creation, it'll be add 1, 2, or 3, or minus 1, 2, or 3. Do I have, which, depends which diagrams you're talking about. If you're talking about the floor, no, I don't have any place, but I'm looking to hopefully set up some kind of market where whoever wants something that I can get it out to them. I think it's very important that we all work together, that we know, we breathe. I mean, we have to find what's in common. We're all breathing. We were all born. We all have a heart. And we all want the same thing, peace and love. We want the organic of life. We all want to have a good time, and we're not afraid to put in the time to have it. But what we dislike, okay, is things getting taken away from us, right, for no reason at all. And you know, I'm just going to make a joke here, which is not a joke, but during the time of Moses, right, we do know that there was a return of the times of Moses about 30, 40 years ago. In fact, maybe 100 or 200 years ago. And it had to do with what they repeated in SS, right? It was called safe sex. And you took out the Ramses. And at the time of Ramses, they were killing the firstborn because you didn't have one. Do you follow what I'm saying? So the Ramses was the firstborn. So we're having a reflection in the time of our life. Why are we talking about LGBT? Why are we talking about the rainbows right now? Because we all got inverted. It's like somehow, I don't like to say this, but there's a possibility I should have been a female and not a male, right? Everything seems to have gotten inverted through the light. So I skipped over my real creation, right? And when they talk about, another thing we also have to understand, they put us up against each other. Oh, I shouldn't be a stay-at-home mom. That's not the way it works. When you put together plumbing and electricity, right? It's males and females. And I don't care which one. Either you can call the male female and the female male. I don't care. As long as there is a difference, right? Otherwise, if you take the two males together, okay, you have to figure out how to put the two males together with a weld. With a female and a male, you can slip them inside each other. When it comes to wiring, you add the pig to it, because you can take the two ends of the wire, call it the pigtail, twist them together, and add what they call on the marette, right? The summer of Mars. Mars, ram, marette, et for été, or like it was, or like it used to be. So connecting the wires together, marette is connecting the wires together. Also noted that in marette, for some reason, the word pigs come to mind. And the movement, our planetary movement, is the movement of the pig and the chicken. The 7-day cycle of the 21-day cycle of the egg to hatch. Of the 7 days a week, where on the 7th day, the average chicken over its lifetime will only lay 6 eggs on 7 days. That's the way it's usually brought up. 6 days they lay and 1 day of rest. So in 21 days, there were 3 days of rest and 18 eggs that came to be. Yeah, so I can probably put that together, and if you just tell me which one you want, or maybe I shouldn't be talking here. about, I truthfully, definitely, after 20 years, if I told you the ridiculous income I made off of putting a few hours in every single day with over 11,000 videos, and how long did it take me to paint the apartment? Somebody asked me. Um, it took me one heart attack, losing my hair, ripping open my leg, falling through a chair, putting my head upside down, and being all dizzy on all the medications the doctor told me because they said I wasn't thinking straight. That when I walked into them to explain anything that I was doing, they just told me I needed more meds every time I didn't feel well. That when at the end, when I was taking no more meds, thank you to the internet with all the people that helped me to get off of them, to tell me I didn't need them, and to help me believe in myself and to believe that we're in a created system, that the zodiac was put here so we can have a full connection to our spirit of connection, so we can have a full connection to this system, or how the moon has interfered with our connection, because there's a possibility that the conscience that's inside of us is just like electricity, and it's not inside of us at all. It's a microprocessor that's sitting in the swamp in here, that every time we breathe in and out and take our time, right, to envision, we can see what's going on. If you take your hands and put it over your eyes very tightly and just relax, you can see different amazing, the most amazing art I have ever seen has been created inside my head. I've never seen anything more dynamic than what's inside my head. When I painted all of this, I can actually see the lines. I was just actually following protocol. I don't like to say that because it makes you think like you're a wacko schizophrenic, when I believe schizophreny is that you have the connection to an altered vibration, in which brings so much information in your head you can't differentiate between the two worlds. Thank you, Miss Cynthia Hunt. C and H, creation heaven. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 creates 2 and 1 equals to 3. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 will equal to 4, and 4 equal to 8. It's going to describe Rubik's Cube. 8 and 3 will be the numeric value for the word monkey. Monkey is called out in the game of blackjack, the game of 21, where ace is 11. 11th letter in the alphabet is a K, also can be used in the word K9 or 911, bringing the spirit with inside the soul. Mars got divided up. The 18, the heart, right? This becomes the heart of Mars, and the 8 parts of Mars are 2 cubed, goes on each corner, right? And gets 3 colors. Each one of these will get 3 colors being on the corner. Each one of these, except for the ones that you see, will be noted to be 2 colors. What's ironic about this is the 18 cubes that surround this cube, the cross, which is like a cross that'll be, look at that, just like NASA, has 3 different connecting circles on it. 18 is for chai, which is luck, and it just so happens it's on the cross. The Hebrews also follow the moon, so they must know that this is a piece that also follows the moon, this over here. 8 and 18. A 3 cube and a 2 cube. The dice cube, as like Rubik's Cube, and I'm just repeating myself now, right? And this will just be the end. If somebody tells me they're new here, I should do this. But if you're old, you must have seen this 100 times. The reverse of this cube, right, of 6 is 1. So if you go 6 and 1, 7, let's do it separately. 6 and 3 void. 1 and 8 void. So we did the 3 void, and the 8 void equals to 11, where the 6 and the 1 equals to 7. If we went here with 5, we would see there's 4 empty spaces. We flip it over to 2, and we see 7 empty spaces. 7 and 4 equals to 11. 74 energy, 74 cross, 74 Messiah, 74 Muhammad, 74 Jesus. Now we go to the 4th planet, the mirror planet, ABCD, creating the mirror. The mirror of ABCD is what is Q, Q17. So we have 4 and we have 3. The invert of this is 4 corners to 5 on the cross. So we show the 4th planet of Mars, the mirror planet, holding the cross between it, to what is the 3rd planet running through the cross and in control, ABC6, to the 1 day of rest, controlling of the 7th gate, controlling of the Sabbath of your birth. The Hebrews follow this exact reality. Our 9 birth controlled by the noon, and they made that day of rest, or left it to the rest of us on day 7. 6 and 3, 9 to what is 5, and 5 and 4, 9, 6 and 5 equals to 11. The reverse of every side of this is 7, 11. And in the game of craps, they say Yo Elev, meaning the student of Earth and Mars coming out. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. You can help me out by buying me a coffee, or you can look me up at, let me look up this other thing over here. Just 1 second. I think it's on my YouTube channel, my PayPal account. And I'm not out here for the money, although I'd like to survive a little bit better. Be nice to take this up somewhere on a hot island that we all can meet, right? Oh, I'm not sure what the temperature is anywhere else, but don't call me a pig. And that's it. We're just going to end it right here. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. Peace and out. Cheers. No other questions? Have a good night, Cynthia, and the other 3, A, B, and C that are there. Peace and love to you too. Thank you for watching this video. Just to let you know, at the end of life, the Hebrews, they cut the tie, and they don't just cut the tie, they never notice, but you have to hold it down, and you usually don't cut this way. The easier way is on an angle. This dice cube, okay? This dice cube, it's this angle or this angle, to the left or to the right, telling different stories because of what's showing up. Now the to left and to the right, and when you die, does anybody know what this is called? This is a die. This is a tie. They cut the die, you die, and they cut the tie. Life, for example, I-E, E-I-E-I-O, coming into this world, animal and man. When they put animal and man together, right, the E-T, when you put E-T together, the 5 and the 20th, the reverse of E is V. The reverse of that is G. So we're just going to go 22 and 7, or we're going to mark it out like this. E-T and the word and. E-T is in French, and is in English. And can also be seen as DNA. It can also be seen that when you're saying and your DNA, the reverse of E is V, the reverse of T is G. If you put it in order, 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, divides the 7th gate. 5GTV, dividing the 7th gate on the house planet, the heavens of man. This is going to represent the queen, the heavens, and I like to rather say the heavens of Mars and not say the heavens of Earth. Thank you for watching. Hey, it's funny, there's a number 3 somewhere. Where's that 3 showing up? Where's that 3? I'm just pointing out there's 3. Oh, over here. I never even noticed it. Package of 3 rulers over here. Everybody sees the club, right? But nobody remembers that it has 3 areas. The club joins in 3 different areas. One area of joint, one area of joint, one area of joint. So we're joining in other worlds. Mario Bros, Urantia World. Thank you for watching. There was one woman had a good story. Her name was, I think it was Jean Dixon, from, I forget which newspaper, but it didn't matter. MSNBC bought out Newsvine. It was Newsvine. Jean Dixon and Newsvine had a story out there that seemed to work perfectly about the coming of the end of time from 1963 to the end of what is noted to be the 60s. Right now, we're running into the realm of the children of the 60s. From 1963, because you need ABC point of departure 0 into A, 0 into B, 0 into 3. 1963 becomes the mirror. Your creation comes in from 1963. And now we have 61 years later. So we go 66 years, and in the 66 years, there's a gateway that starts in the 65th year, and that's in 2028. In fact, it's a complete entry into another portal in the year 2020. Actually, it's 2027. And remember, when you're in the year 2025, which you were already in, A, E, and I, understanding that your transfer through the portals are A1, E5, and I9. So we have already started, according to the Hebrew calendar, we're in the year 5785. So we started that last semester through the portal, and we should be through that portal in the end of 2027. 27 meaning of the house of bait. 27 and 20 is 47, which is the beast. 47 is time. 47 is the bull. And the running of our 11 months, not Valentine's, 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days. The 29th day, the Valentine's Day, the 45th day, Fox headquarters, possibly representing Fox headquarters. At the same time, there's 45 days. Remember, 4 and 5 days done. Well, how about from the end of the year? From January backwards is 321 days plus 45, making it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a straight. Everything in this world was made absolutely perfect, or when you make it perfect, you have to understand where the difference comes from. Peace and love. Thank you for watching.